Welcome back, StarCraft fans, to our best of 5 series between Losira and herO. This is game number 3 on Whirlwind, the ladder edition. In the bottom left side of the map, we have the red Zerg player. It is Losira, winner of 1, loser of 1. We have wiped the slate clean, and we're now in a best of 3 for all intents and purposes. And in the top right side of the map, we have the blue Protoss player. It is herO, coming back with a vengeance in game number 2 after losing game number 1 in somewhat an overwhelming fashion from Losira. Managed to pull it off in game 2, getting those Archons, such a great choice. Getting getting Stalkers to support the Archons, also fantastic. Early harassment, much better. That little Archon drop is so much better than just a couple of Adepts and a Stalker that we saw in game number 1. So fantastic job thus far, sniping off that 4th base. Also a huge deal out of herO. That's what you got to do. Just little victories over time in the early game really help you immensely against Zerg in that mid game. If you do nothing in the first 5-10 minutes, you're going to lose. You're going to get overwhelmed by a player of equal ability to you. You need to slow the Zerg player down. That is what they hate. That is what makes them feel impotent and makes them lose the game. So we have an extractor pool opening from Losira. Not going hatch first here. Probe will scout this, though. He'll see this coming, and he should be able to prepare accordingly. Let's see. He does have a single worker on the assimilator. I wonder if that's a mistake or what. He does want to wall this off, and I think he needs minerals to do that, is the problem. So he says, okay, there's no hatch there. Drone hiding. Oh, can he block it? Can herO get the block? It's so close. No, he gets the block. He gets the block. Nice job, herO. Haven't seen good pro block play in a long time, actually. No, another one. I think that would have been off-center anyway. Oh, another one. Oh, man, this is really slowing down Losira's attempts to do anything. This is crazy. Is herO going to win this thing after losing game 1? In a best of 5, that's difficult. Finally gets the pylon down. There's the block. Oh, and the probe comes in, gonna get revenge killed by the Lings. Ah, that's amazing. That is amazing. That actually is kind of an argument why you want to go hatch first against Protoss. They can't do that. They can't do that, it turns out, if you get your hatch down first of all. Nexus on the way for herO in his natural base, trying to wall this thing off. He knows Lings are coming. He just doesn't know how many there are. He's got a cybernetics core and a gateway here. Again, when I say I don't like the cyber core at the front because picking it off hurts, it's more on maps where there's a narrower choke to wall off here. On huge things you have to wall, you almost have to use the cybernetics core. It's just, you don't have any other options. You can't do it with just gateways. You have to choose tech. You have to choose tech. Cyber core is going to be the one that's the first one to come out. And that's what you got to do. Losira is double expanding to make up for the fact that his natural base was actually delayed quite a bit here. Second base at the natural, third base to the right of both the main and the natural. Another probe scouting for herO, getting picked off by a slow Ling. Eventually he'll get there, but does scout out the third base. Great job, probe. Way to get that information. You're my hero. Haha, you're my hero. Double assimilators fully saturated here at the main base for herO. And we got Warp Gate research on the way. We have an Adept coming on in. We have a full wall now with Gateway, Cybernetics Core Gateway, and an Adept holding the line. Oh no, the Adept left, and the Ling was able to sneak in. Oh no. I mean, it's not game ending, but that hurts. This Ling's going to get in here and see exactly what is going on. And I mean, okay, so there's nothing here in the main base really to worry about. You don't see any higher tech after the Cyber Core at this point. Mothership Core should clean out. No, the Ling is still alive. The Adept will kill him, though. Possibly juke. He jukes into the mineral line here instead. Will he get home? He might actually get home with 8 hit points. Oh, he does. He gets all the way home. Adept trying to murder stuff here inside the main base. Queen says, get out of my mineral line. Just takes so long to kill Adepts. Ah, gets a drone kill. Gets a drone kill there. Excellent job so far, Adept friend. Trying to sneak into the natural. No, actually cancels that psionic transfer. Where did she go? Did she cancel it and die immediately? That seems to be what happened here. Stargate opening on the way. All right, if this is an oracle, we will name it. We will name it with some names we've been holding on to for like months at this point, which is not great. It is not great, and it is my fault, but nevertheless, that's what we're dealing with. Adept names. Oops. Crud, where's my oracle name list? I swear I had one. What is happening? No, did I lose my oracle name list? Why? The universe doesn't want me to do this. Mass Adept for herO, sneaking into this third base. Queen wants nothing to do with that. Run. Lings trying to delay as best they can. Drones trying to get into a corner and then juke themselves out of here. Can they get out? Sort of. Not really. Most of them are dying. Turns out down to 2. remaining at this point. There are enough Lings to hold this off to some point. Lings getting that full surround on the Adepts. Can they get there? And no, the Psionic Transfer keeps them alive. More Adepts warping it at this forward pylon. It's a slow warping because it's not touching a gateway or a nexus, but this is really, really keeping losira on his toes right now. 2 more Adepts. Is it enough to win this thing? I don't know. They're killing Lings, but they're actually losing friends as well. Psionic Transfer coming all the way here to the third once again, where there are drones. Drones in a lot of trouble here. Can they do this thing? Do they have Resonating Glaives? No, not yet. No, not yet. Trying to kill the Queen. This third base is completely shut down right now. Nothing is happening here. losira might actually end up losing the hatch. Psionic Transfer getting the Adepts out of there, though, to heal up a little bit. Pair of Oracles coming in. All right, I feel better. I don't have to name a pair of Oracles, just the ones. Just the ones. Forward pylon is knocked down by the Lings as they scouted that out. Oracles trying to kill a Queen. Difficult to do, turns out, but they got it. They got it, killing 2 Queens even harder, but they got that one too. Oracles murdering more and more of these drones. Ling counterattack time, says losira. I can't do anything about these Oracles. Holy smokes, 15 drones killed so far. It's 43 to 47 workers. More drones. He had more drones pop at the third base. Oh no! Could he save that one? No, he can't. Oh, he did. He did save that one. Lings here at the third base. herO is trying to establish. Photon Overcharge coming up, chasing them. Lings away. Can't get through this wall. Very difficult to get through this wall. They're trying anyway. Only 1 Ling at a time can attack. That is difficult. That is so hard. Another Photon Overcharge. losira is desperately trying to make this thing happen. Up Phoenix comes in to pick up the Queens here at the third base. Spore Crawler burrowing in here, trying to save the Queen. Can they save the Queen? Yes. No, actually losing a Phoenix, but does pick off the Queen is herO. Nicely done, herO. The aggression here has been like after the game number 2. And that turned out pretty well for him so far. So here comes another Phoenix. We are sky tossing this thing. We got a fleet beacon on the way from herO. Spore Crawlers are up, though, in all of the bases. So Phoenix have very tiny little areas in which to attack. Queen, though, Queen is not covered by the Spore Crawler. Lifted and killed by the 4 Phoenix. Following 5 Phoenix is a good number. 4 Phoenix DPS is pretty good, as it turns out. Only having 4 not as good. Killing all of the drones on the gas here in the main base for losira. So many drone kills. 24 drones killed so far. It's 52 to 62. Workers third base up and established for herO. Looking so nice. Overseer coming in. Does see the fleet beacon. Does see the double Stargate action with Twilight Council support that herO's working on. What is that for? I don't know. I don't know what that's for. What am I, some kind of magician? Drone transfer. Done. Done. 7 drones killed in the last just few moments here. Nidus Network. Nidus Network coming in from losira. Feeling on the back foot, I suppose, when behind Nidus Network. That doesn't rhyme. That doesn't rhyme as nicely as when behind Dark Shrine. But still, it is carrier. It is carrier for herO. herO's going carrier. In a professional, like, straight up, I am 11 craziness against the best players on Earth situation. Queen count for losira is getting a little out of hand. There are 4 right there. There are 6 on the field and 3 more in production. I don't know how Queens do against carriers, but I don't think it's very good. Overseer does get scouted and spotted by this Phoenix, who murders it eventually. Takes like 87 shots, but did get it here. 1 kill on that Phoenix. Here's the Nidus and a Changeling. I was like, a Zealot scouted it. Nope, that's a Changeling. That is a Changeling. Oh, snap. Are these carriers going to get out here in time to save what we're seeing here? What does he even have? What's going to come out of this thing? 11 roaches? And some drones throwing down Spore Crawlers. What is going on? losira, you madman. Here we go. Queens trying to take down these Stargates. Carrier going to pop. Carrier going to pop. Get out of there. A Warping of Adepts trying to save the day. Carriers, they're getting their interceptors murdered as soon as they pop out there. Killing the pylons. They're repairing the Stargates. Oh no, pausing that carrier attempt there. The Queen count continues to increase. Spore Crawlers are being built and brought up to the front here. Phoenix are trying to lift as many Queens as possible. Transfuses trying to keep them from dying. Roach is killing everything on the ground. 2 carriers in the sky murdering what they can. They need to focus down. I don't know what they need to focus at this point. I really don't. Stasis Ward catches some roaches here. Nicely done. Nicely held, but is it going to be enough Queens? There are 7 Queens here transfusing themselves all over the place, stabbing down these Stargates like crazy. This is the last-ditch effort from losira. Is it going to work? Adepts coming to the backside as well. Will the roaches come out of stasis in time to assist with this thing? And the Queen does fall. Queen does fall. Carriers are desperately producing new interceptors time and time again and trying not to die. This carrier is down to 39 hit points. Probes coming in as well, trying to absorb hits. Another Stasis Ward catching those roaches. But these queens are doing a lot better than I thought. Absolutely murdering interceptors as soon as they come in here. Carriers making interceptors as fast as they possibly can. Another big warpin of Adepts, but actually slow warpins for some of them. Adept versus Roach is not generally a fair fight. Interceptors here versus Roach, that is not a fair fight either, as the Roaches cannot shoot up. Queens, the Roaches and the Queens need each other right now is what they need. Photon Overcharge being used against the Roaches as well, forcing them back and back and back. Carrier is getting a nice interceptor count for there. Getting up to 5, getting to 6. This is where it gets a little bit scary, but more queens popping out of that Nidus network. It is so well protected right now. The income, however, is pretty good for herO. He still has the ability to make this thing work. The transfuses on the queens are on point. Right now. Force fields here. Roaches murdering everything on the ground. It's Adepts dying. Sentries dying. Photon Overcharge up. Queens killing yet another Mothership Core, though, and the queens just kind of walk out of the way. There are creep tumors inside herO's base right now. Ugh. Roach is walking down into the natural base. Adept versus Roach. Not a great thing for the Adepts, but they're trying to do what they can. Cannon here firing as well, doing pretty good damage here. Carriers, we're abandoning the main base. Abandon the main base. Got to kill these Roaches here in my natural, says herO, making more interceptors. The queens coming to try to shut this thing down, and that's it. A GG from herO. herO is defeated and losira is victorious. Oh, man. That was a good one. That was a good 11.5 minute game for sure. Wow, herO had that thing. herO had that thing, and then suddenly losira's like, I have a plan. I'm going to make a ton of queens, make a bunch of roaches, get a Nidus network up, pop inside the main where herO does not see, and win. That was it. Look at these spore crawlers. Look at that queen count. 9 queens at the end of the game. He lost 13 of them. It was basically Queen Roach that did this thing for losira. And you know what? Queen anti-air is not bad. herO, if he'd had enough time, I really think if he had another couple minutes there to maybe let those carriers pop, get their interceptor numbers up, he could have held that off there in this third game. But he didn't have the time to do it. One of the carriers' production was paused and halted as the pylon powering it died, and I think that was the difference in this one. So taking a 2-game to 1 series lead is losira, and we'll be back with game number 4 in just a second.